Hey, what's going on? This is Obi, CEO of Ethical Link. I want to talk to you about what happens if you don't eat enough carbs. First and foremost, you need carbs to function properly. Without carbs, it's like taking gasoline out of the car. You're not going to move, the car's not going to drive, all right? The car's not going to move forward. It's the same thing with taking carbs out of your system. You need carbs to be able to function properly, day-to-day functionality. If you're getting less than 50 grams of carbs per day, you are on a low carb diet, okay? Now what's gonna happen? What are the symptoms? You're gonna have a foggy brain, lack of energy, extremely fatigue, stomach ache, all right, irritability, bad breath. So there's a lot of symptoms. You're not gonna feel yourself. You're gonna feel like a zombie. The dietary guidelines for Americans, they actually recommend for the everyday American to basically consume about 45 to 60% of your carbs intake would come from your total calorie intake, all right? 45 to 60% of your total calorie intake would come from carbs. So on a 2,000 calorie a day diet, that would be anywhere from 900 to 1,300 calories of that 2,000 would be your carbs intake. That's what they're recommending just to be able to be healthy. Of course, that depends from person to person, depending on what your goals are. But if your objective is to lose fat or drop weight, you don't need to be on, less than 50 grams of carbs per day to achieve your goal. You need to be in a caloric deficit, all right? So understand that not everybody can function well. Be honest with you, it's not sustainable to be on a low carb diet for anybody. I don't care who you are. So, and if you are going to try that, it wouldn't be advisable for doing it for too long because your body is just not going to be able to function properly. It's not a sustainable approach to putting someone on a low carbs diet for a long period of time, getting less than 50 grams of carbs per day, and then focusing on fats. And if you're focusing on fats and using that as your primary, as your energy source, and the fats is saturated fats, and it's more than 10% saturated fats, that's going to be taxing on your heart, all right? Giving you a high risk for heart disease. I hope that helps you on what happens if you're on a low carbs diet. Everything's about balance. Stay balanced. Because if you're balanced in the way you eat, you are going to be healthy. All right? Take care.